grateful we are for the year 23-24 for 5 counties. And this is going into my 4th year leading the organization, and it's been an excellent organization, and so it's a bit daunting, and you just hope you don't screw it up. Luckily, I've got a great team that prevent me from doing that on a daily basis. But Alexa is right. We're definitely grateful for 23-24. It wouldn't be possible without the determination, dedication, and support from the community partners you saw here receiving the awards. Many, many, many other deserving ones who could have been out there receiving a lot of the support we have from our partners at MCCSS. Patty's there in the background. Our Kids Ontario, Wendy's also here with us. It is truly a together effort to get us where we're at. This year started off with some really nice news, with a historic investment in the pediatric services, which got 5 counties over $2 million in annual fund. And these funds meant we could retain and recruit and retain some staff, invest in our services, and target the wait list to get more kids in the door. Our staff continue to support thousands of children and youth and their families in our region. This past year, we had the 2nd highest number of clients. We almost beat the year prior. We had 6,100 kids. I think we were just about 90 kids off, and I kind of blame that maybe on our new data system. I have a feeling, and anybody who's heard me say, I think we saw more. But we were able to do that while being the first CTC to implement a new client information system out of all the groups. So it took an incredible amount of effort. Big thanks to Elizabeth Martinell and her team and all the staff for embracing change, embracing the opportunity, and it wasn't easy. Despite all of that, we were still able to decrease the wait list by 11%. And so in the past 3 years, that wait list has dropped almost 30. And so it's quite a testament to the team, holding Arlene out particularly. She is tirelessly working on those client lists with those staff, often one-on-one with staff, and looking at ways for which we can get more kids in the door. How we serve families are also changing. And while we've got the new Elia Care, we've also implemented the new Smart Start Hubs, really actually being utilized by families. The ability to virtually connect with us, to do online referrals, which we hadn't had before. And it doesn't sound like something we should brag about because there's so many other ways to, organizations have been able to do that before. But it's not just for us. We're actually doing it for any kind of development. So often a lot of the referrals that we are receiving we're doing warm handoffs. So the parents are getting the days of, sorry, we don't do that, call them, those days are over here. It's now, okay, we know who does that, and we're gonna get you connected with them. We're gonna make it so you don't have to tell your story again. On the fundraising side, we raised a record $1.2 million. This is most in our history. And part of this amount was one single donation that was made to 5 counties by Dr. James and Sheila Ryan for $225,000. They were so, as you remember at the board table, we wanted to honor them, and we named our waiting room after them because the funds were targeted for us to reduce our wait time. And I'm happy to say, as you've heard me in the that was last year's biggest number. We have this year's biggest number, and that's over $530,000 in one donation. So it's quite amazing. And this really allows us the opportunity to really think out the box and kind of address things in different ways. We've also completed, it's a construction season here in 5 counties, both in the Peterborough backyard and Northumberland. And we've been able to meet our fundraising goal of over $400,000 for the Northumberland backyard. If you drive through it right now, it's great if you like dirt biking, but we expect to have it, I think today actually, the paving of the parking lot gets started, and then we'll be finishing the rest of the stuff. And as last week, if you looked at the backyard and you look at it and go, you're having the backyard soccer social here, it was torn up. But Violetta and her team worked, got it done. There was a lot of discussion about colors, like lots, way too much. Eventually Violetta got her way. I know, it was good, there was a compromise. And so, but it was great, and we got it through many different ways. Trillium, the foundation that Ziad was able to speak to, and all of those great things. This last year, you could not turn on the news without hearing from 5 counties. And big thanks to Bill and his work with communication. There were 186 items covered by media platforms. That is essentially 5 counties in the news every other day. And so that really, we had 28 press releases, all kinds of different things. I felt like I was on TV the whole time, and I would go to my kids and say, famous, look, I'm on TV, and they'd be like, you're Peter Rowe famous. And so that put me in check.
Or in checks.
Yeah, checks, yes, exactly. And so, yeah, we've been increasing our presence in all platforms, and that has, it may not seem like a lot, but that has a direct impact on our fund development, our fundraising, getting those connections. I know personally, because of the story that Bill told in one of our posts, that we got a $30,000 donation directly off of that, right? And so the other thing we're doing is we're boosting ways for families to give us input and about their overall experience. Haley, who was here before, you met Haley Hodges. She's our new family navigator. We also have done family surveys. The reports coming back are very valuable for us, and we need to learn from them, and we'll be discussing them at board levels. We this year took a very focused, comprehensive plan to look at ways to recruit and retain staff, and we'll be having those discussions more often, but as you heard from the employee survey, we're making a difference. And we've also launched the Justice, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion group, and it is really helping us look at our services, our systems in a more respectful and representative way. And then finally, disability rights advocate, lecturer Helen Keller once said, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. And this year, at 5 counties, I'm sure testified.